Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. On this channel we go over all things fragrance. We cover niche perfume houses. We go into layering combos. We talk about dupes and clones of original fragrances, highlight indie perfume brands on the channel, all things fragrance. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos because you never know which fragrance house or perfume topic we're going to cover next. So in today's video, we are covering a head-to-head wear test, Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidee Vanille. Right here, I have a decant from Royalty Scents. If you're not familiar with Royalty Scents, they're actually really nice subscription service. They have niche, they have high-end designer like Van Cleef and Arpels, Tom Ford. They have their private blends, even the Tom Ford private blends. They have all the goods. So yeah, this is where I get most of things that I am interested in or curious about that are pretty pricey. And so Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidee Vanille, I put this right up against Diptyque's Eau Duelle, the Eau de Parfum. I have here a little sample, and yeah, this is the Eau de Parfum Eau Duelle. So I went ahead and did a side-to-side comparison wear test because I was going to do the Vanille on its own. However, upon spraying both of these fragrances, I'm realizing their vanillas smell pretty much alike. The vanillas in the fragrances. So let's go ahead and break them down. I'm going to let you know what exactly are the differences that I'm getting in these two fragrances, where you can find and price point and all that. So for the Orchidee Vanille, this one was released in the year 2009, and we have in here vanilla, dark chocolate, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, bitter almond, mandarin orange, violet, white musk, lychee, cedar, and Bulgarian rose. So I was expecting a little fluffiness here. I was expecting a little warmth, a little cupcake, maybe with some chocolate frosting, maybe a little Xerjoff Symphonium. I had some expectations for Orchidee Vanille. Ever since I got it, I've been wear test, like spraying it on my hand, trying to get a feel for it, and I was never able to fully pinpoint it. I've gone through quite a bit of the decant already, just trying, you know, to get familiarized with it. When I sprayed the Diptyque Eau Duelle, it hit me. Then also to bring into the mix here, Vanille 44 Paris by Le Labo. This is one of their, I'll put it up here. It is one of their specialized, their city fragrances. So they're limited. You can only get them in that city. So you can only get Vanille 44 Paris in Paris. However, I believe they have an opening every year, or I don't know how often, where you can get a hold of the city exclusives. This is a really pricey fragrance, the Vanille 44. Definitely. So for it to be in the same realm as these are decently priced, the Diptyque and the Orchidee Vanille. I thought it was so interesting that my nose caught the fact that they all three are pretty much in the same vanilla lane. This is a dry, woody, sweet vanilla. Definitely have some differences in notes. For the Diptyque Eau Duelle, we have bourbon vanilla, spices, ambroxan, and rock rose. That's all we got going on in here. It is an Eau de Parfum. It was released in 2013, and it is considered an amber spicy fragrance. Now for the Vanille 44, we have vanilla, guaiac wood, incense, mandarin orange, aldehydes, and bergamot. That's what we got going on with Vanille 44. So we don't have any mandarin orange in the Eau Duelle. However, we still have the same type of vanilla. This really soft, you know, but woods in the background. So these three are extremely similar, like I'm saying, in the way that vanilla presents itself. The openings to all three fragrances are different. The Vanille Orchidee, the Orchidee Vanille, it's a very sweet vanilla. You do get that hint of chocolate. You do smell the mandarin. It comes through for you, very prominent. You know, I was also expecting, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, it's a little late, but I was also expecting some Xerjoff Symphonium possibly in the mix here, you know, but to my nose, I definitely never picked that up from the Orchidée Vanille. Yeah, but you do get the chocolate, you do get the mandarin. It's just not, it's not warm, it's not cozy, it's not, you know, I read so many reviews that said, oh, this is a warm, cozy fragrance, vanilla. No, I'm not getting that. At least that's not what's coming across to me on my nose, on my, you know, on my skin to my nose. I'm getting these really dry, woody vanillas. Not taking anything away from them. I do enjoy this type. I enjoy all types of vanillas. There's room for them all. But yeah, this does come across very soft, very sophisticated. You know, not to take that away from it either, but they do have that woody background. We have the guaiac wood going on in the Eau Duelle, I believe. No, I'm sorry, in the Vanille 44. And then we have some spices, but we have some woods in the Eau Duelle. I don't know why woods are not listed, but we do have some. So this was very, very light on me as well. I kept spraying and I kept spraying, and it's just was not, it was just really, really light, very intimate. I did apply the fragrance at 7 o'clock this morning. By about 11 or so, it was gone off of my skin. However, it did very much so penetrate my clothes, and I was still able to smell it. But as far as skin is concerned, it gave a good 5 hours, and that was it. And this is not my first time spraying it on, and it's not ever gone too far for me as far as longevity. So it is a very intimate set as well. You don't get a lot of projection off of these fragrances. So at least nobody's told me nothing, and I can't smell it, you know. It doesn't fill up the room. It doesn't, when I go somewhere and come back to the area, I don't smell it still. And yeah, I don't feel like I'm leaving any type of trails with this, so this would be really nice and inoffensive if you need a soft, nice vanilla like that. Oh, but it's good. Either way, they all have this little candy-like feel to them, like the Smarties candies for whatever reason. I get that dry, you know, sugar, like it's almost going to tickle the back of my throat, but it doesn't. Yeah, so nice. So the Eau Duelle. This one has a very different opening. This one does not have the prominent mandarin orange. It does not have the chocolate. This one comes across. This one opens up. Oh, peppery, like pepper. Like you can really smell this pepper. The spices in here to me are very, very peppery. Oh yeah, but right after the pepper, you get the smooth, sweet vanilla. Same type of vanilla that I get from these other two fragrances. It's not as sweet as the Orchidée Vanille. So if you're looking for something that it's not too sweet, this would be your bag. But if you are a sweet tooth like me, then you would prefer the Orchidée Vanille, definitely. So yeah, not as sweet, but the vanilla is still that same type of vanilla. So this is a peppery one. You know, it's a little spicy, a little bit. I do still get the same woody feel to the fragrance as if there were woody notes. I looked up rock rose because I was like, okay, what is that supposed to give us? It's supposed to have a resinous aroma with honey undertones. So that's maybe another reason why we get some sweetness in the fragrance other than the bourbon vanilla. I do not feel a booziness to Oud Duelle's Eau de Parfum. I do not get a booziness to the fragrance that I do in some other fragrances that have the bourbon vanilla. I do not. Something kills it. Something like, you know, slices that right completely out of the equation here. Oh, so I think those are the main difference there. The performance for Eau Duelle on my skin was actually better. it went about 8 hours on the skin. This one really did grab on and did not let go of the skin for a long time. Oh, definitely still here on the clothes. And I did not overspray it. It's a small sample. I sprayed a lot of it actually of the small sample, but I still have probably one more wear and I can overspray it for sure. And I think overspraying it all over, I'll definitely get a better coverage. But again, it's not too loud and it's not, doesn't have great sillage. So for the Vanille 44, which is the last fragrance I want to talk to you guys about, I mean, I know I've been bringing it up, but just to, let you know what I get from here, I get that sweetness that the other two take a little while to get to with their openings. I get that right off the bat here with the Vanille 44. I mean, I'm strong. I get that very, very strongly. Since I didn't do a full day wear test, I can't remember how long it went the first time. I doubt it was more than about 6.5 hours. Yeah, because I do have a full dedicated review to the Vanille 44, which I truly, truly appreciate. I love this fragrance. I love to combine it with the Santal 33 layering combo. Because Santal 33 is already, I think adding vanilla to that fragrance is amazing. So that goes great with it. Oh my gosh. And I got that tip from somebody else. So for lotion today, I went ahead just with my Bare Vanilla. This has the same, just nothing. This one does. The Bare Vanilla Untamed has a little woody background to it for whatever reason. I get that from here, so it goes beautifully. But I really wanted to pay attention, so I wore the Bare Vanilla instead. So this one does not have that, woodiness in the background. This is just plain vanilla. Yeah, very, very light. But I wanted to go with this one for today. So you could definitely go with Bare Vanilla Untamed here, no problem. Another thing for the Orchidee Vanille, since it has that chocolate, I'm sorry, it does have chocolate, but since it has that orange feel, I always want to bring that out. I don't know why, I want to hold on to it a little. Orange Vanilla Twist, I think that this by Bath & Body Works could give it some warmth, some cream. It does not have cream. It's not a creamy fragrance, so you could add that. Plus it has your orange, so it will go perfectly with the Orchidee Vanille. I would probably do some marshmallow in here as well, because you can throw marshmallow into anything. I feel. But yeah, that was all I had to say today about Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille versus Eau Duelle Eau de Parfum. I just felt like I had to compare and contrast these because they're in the same type of vanilla pool, the little grouping that I am discovering. I'm discovering different vanilla groups this week. If you've been joining in on the reviews, you're like, oh, we have warm vanillas, musky vanillas, biscuity vanillas, you have the ones with your coconut cookie smelling vanillas, you have cookies, and oh my gosh, there's so many different vanillas. I'm having such a good time. Really enjoying these. On another note, same note on with these vanilla fragrances, I would just love to wear this on a really, really crisp cold day. Even though they're not warm, it's not going to warm me up. I just feel like they would pierce through the cold and they would give me this imagery. I don't know. I can't wait to try it in the super cold. Really, really adore this fragrance. I'm more than sure I'm going to have people saying that the Orchidee Vanille does give them some fluff, some warmth, some coziness. That was definitely not my personal experience. Definitely not, unfortunately, because I was expecting it to have a little more gourmand to it, and it doesn't. I was expecting it to be a little cozier, and it wasn't. Do I like it though? Would I love to have a bottle of this in my collection? Yes. And lowest price I found this for was $98.99 on FragranceNet for the 2.5 ounce. So I thought that was a good size bottle. Now the Eau Duelle runs you $138 for the same for the same size bottle. So yeah, a little bit of a price difference there because the Orchidee Vanille I found on the fragrance net. And yeah, but I'm pretty sure you could find a good price for the Eau Duelle as well. Vanille 44, really high. I mean, we're talking in the 500s, so that one's not, you know, unless you subscribe to Royalty Scents and you grab one. Okay, that was it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the review, for supporting the channel. We're gonna keep it going, and y'all have a blessed rest of your day or your evening or your night, and you stay safe. Thanks. Bye bye.